Hey everyone, this is Julian from the Binary Lab. In this video, I want to talk about how to start your day powerfully. So, I want to share with you the things that I've come to find out that actually work for me. So, for those of you who have been following this page for some time, obviously you're interested in trading, and for traders, one of the biggest challenges that a trader faces is to actually, keep that power within you. Because the market changes from time to time. Sometimes it's better to trade, sometimes it's not so good to trade. Sometimes it takes more time, sometimes it takes less time, depending on market volatility. So let's say if volatility is good, we can get a lot of trades done in a very short period of time. If the volatility is not so good, then we have to take a longer period of time to find the same amount of trades in a longer time frame. And sometimes, it could be that we've actually misanalyzed our market, used the wrong strategy, chalked up some losses, and then the next day, after chalking up the losses, you did the right thing to stop for the day, but the next day you start the day thinking that the number one thing on my to-do list today is to sort out the losses from the last day. So and at the same time, if you have been trading well today, sometimes it also creates an expectancy for you to trade well and perform well tomorrow. So the problem with that comes in that the next day you have this high pressure for yourself to succeed. It's not very different from the previous scenario. It's just around the same thing. If you don't do well one day, you expect to do better the next day, and if you do well one day, you expect to do well the next day as well. So it really comes down to the same thing. So getting a good rest is very important, but at the same time, it's very important to get yourself in a very productive state. Most traders screw themselves over because they have this tendency to, kind of let their ego and pride come into the picture. And I've seen many traders break down that way. And the thing is this, in binary trading, unlike other forms of trading, it's so fast. You can actually generate a nice amount of results so fast. But the problem with that is that it also gets people very complacent as well. So I've seen many traders make and break it, and at the same time I've seen traders make it and keep it. So it depends on, do you wish to be the make and break, or are you going to be the make and keep? If you're going to be the make and keep, then what I'm about to say applies a lot to you. So you want to start your day very powerfully, and one of the ways I recommend that you do this is that start your day with you want to have a good rest before, okay? So without a good rest, you can't actually start the day well. So many traders many traders tend to stay up too late, and the thing with all of us is that we have a body clock, and for everyone, in case you didn't know, the body repairs itself best within 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. Now, if you're constantly screwing up your sleeping times, some days you are deciding to stay up for a different market, and some days you think that it's not good, that is disruption. Although the body does this amount of repair time, but then the thing is that if you're habitualized sleeping at a fixed time, waking at a fixed time, your body could get used to that as well. But I personally felt better when I slept earlier and woke up earlier. So I actually recommend that you do that instead. So sleep earlier, wake up earlier, and when you wake up in the morning, you can start your day with a coffee, like a low acidity coffee. Too much acid is not good for you. And the next thing that I do is, some of you have kids, or some of you have to get to work. And when I go out there and drive, usually my kids want to listen to whatever they want to listen to get themselves upbeat. So for them, it could be some the latest pop songs or what. But on the way back, it's time for me to get my brain upbeat. So what I tend to do, like I mentioned in my previous video about chaining your lifestyle for more productivity, chain activities in your lifestyle for more productivity, and fitting in trading your life. I mentioned about learning different things. So one of the things I find very effective for putting yourself into that learning mode is that to kind of play something that you're interested in. All right, it could that has teaching value. All right, so it could be like a old trading recording, because like we do like old trading recording method. Like if you're new to trading, I recommend that you want to replay my instruction videos about the method, so you can listen to it again and again, and then that actually reinforces your understanding of something. And if you're learning something else, let's say you're interested in learning something else, it could be like car modifications, it could be like home improvement, it could be sometimes if you're looking to multiple streams of income, it could be about e-commerce business, stuff like that. So you could be listening to something else, and that puts your brain in learning mode. And when you put your brain in learning mode, I find that this is very powerful, because when we go to the charts, like we want to go to the charts that we trade on in a learning mode. Sorry for the background noise, by the way. Someone's doing renovations around here. So you want to put yourself into a learning mode, because that actually helps you to take in the differences in the price behaviors on the chart. And actually, a trader needs to always be learning. If you find that you're too good, if you find that you're already good, if you feel as though you're already good, you are more likely to make mistakes than someone who is in that learning mode. So I recommend that you put yourself into a learning mode by, obviously, like I just mentioned, playing something that you're interested in, and that's gonna really, even when you're doing your breakfast, it could be from YouTube, it could be from iTunes. There's a lot of podcasts available there. But personally, what I do is I just go on YouTube. I don't necessarily have to watch it. I just play something related to what I'm interested in while I'm driving. It could be into the Bluetooth, or it could just be from my phone that's just on the passenger seat, and I just listen to it when I drive. Or let's say when I'm doing some chores around the house, I just leave that playing, and it just gets my brain active. And in fact, I personally found out that once I started doing that lately, it's given me a lot of ideas on what kind of videos to make as well. Because like for those of you who have your own channels, or let's say some of you have your own business pages, and sometimes we do get that lack of inspiration. Sometimes we don't know what kind of new content to make, and then by listening, it kind of think that it's like if you just took a piece of good training, all right, about something else, you felt that training helped you in certain ways that that you didn't actually think of that you needed help in, and why can you think it could help you think of ways that someone else could need help in certain ways as well. So for example, even like this video, I just wanted to share with you like this thing that I found out, this feeling that I discovered, all right, by just playing videos. I used to think that heck, I did this habit a very long time ago, and I like about 3 or 4 years ago when I first started like joining the online scene, all right, being like an online person. I was listening to a lot of podcasts, and I was making a lot of videos, and because of always listening to different kind of podcasts, I actually was like so out of touch with the pop culture and stuff. And but later on, I just kind of like zoned out from it. I thought that it's time to catch up with the world. But on the other hand, after catching up with the world, I found out that I was actually really missing out about my inner self. So I actually highly recommend that you start your day powerful, put yourself in learning mode, and build that inner self. It's going to help a lot in your trading. If you trade a lot, this is going to be very, very powerful for you. Bye for now. Good trading.